YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Canadian Retro. I've got another pickups video for you here that is fairly gameless actually. There's only a few games that I picked up recently. There just haven't really been a lot in the shops as far as the games go, but I picked up a couple of different items that I thought were super cool, and a couple of different items that actually are kind of funny because it's something that I was sort of mocking at the Waterloo Game Swap with another YouTuber. And we were looking at this item and we both kind of made fun of it, and then we sort of walked away and didn't really give it a second glance, and I ended up picking up these items. So I'll get to that though later on because that's sort of gaming related. Things that aren't gaming related I'll start off with. The first thing that I picked up that is not really gaming related, but I thought it was kind of cool, and I figured I'd use them to resell because it's sort of the same generation of things that people might be interested in as the retro games that I'm looking at. So I thought I would grab them. What they are is they're Reboot characters from that TV show Reboot made by Irwin Toys, and this one here is Megabyte. And then there's also a, what is this one? Slash, I think is his name. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, Slash. And Hexadecimal. And then Bob. So they're in pretty good shape. Not too bad. You know, the cardboard's a little bit bent on them. They're not perfect. There's a bit of fraying and things around the corners of it, but you know, they are sealed and everything like that. Thought it was kind of neat. Hopefully I can just end up probably reselling these and getting something cool or trading it for some Super Nintendo games or something like that I'm looking for. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do that. I don't know really what these things are worth necessarily. Prices might vary on eBay and stuff like that, so still pretty neat. And for each one of these I paid $1, so actually it was 99 cents, so I ended up paying like $3.96 or something like that for the 4 of them, which I think is pretty cool. Moving on from there, I also picked up this other item, and I'm going to have to change the angle a little bit to show you it in full, but this thing is super cool. I paid a little bit of money for this, but it was definitely worth it. I got it from a Value Village, and it is an Imperial Walker. So check that out. This thing is absolutely awesome. I'm actually going to set it on the ground here, and I'll go through it a little bit and show you what this is all about. This here was made by Hasbro, and I believe this is from 2010, so it is a new version of the Imperial Walker, I'm pretty sure. So this thing is awesome. I'm going to show you that right now. Alright, so here it is. This is the Imperial Walker that I found. This thing is absolutely awesome. I'm really impressed with it. I think these little stickers on here are actually stickers that should be on there. I don't know that for sure. There might be some things that are missing from it, as it looks in a way sort of kind of plain, like there isn't a whole lot of detail to a lot of it, even though there is like different markings and stuff like that on it. I don't really know if there was supposed to be more or what with this. So if you're more familiar with this item, you let me know. Like I said, it was made by Hasbro in 2010, I'm pretty sure about it. So what you can do is, like, you can open up and there's like everything's inside there. I'll try to get a little closer in there, but it's all like super detailed and stuff like that in there, so it's kind of neat. And like I said, I don't know if anything's missing, but there's like millions of different panels on this thing. There's so many panels. In the front, you can open it up here. There's up top here, there's more gun turrets. I don't know if you could actually see the front when I opened it there. Let me just show you that. So it opens up there. This opens up here, and you've got like additional guns. And this also lets you move the head around, like up and down kind of thing, and side to side a little bit. Not really sure if that's totally rigged up right, but still, that's kind of neat for sure. There's just a ton of things going on with this. It's really cool. The back opens up, so I'm just getting in the way of the camera here for a second, and I'll show you that. There's the back there, and that opens up, and there's buttons all over this thing that do stuff. So like inside here, there's one. You can see it lights up in there, so that's pretty cool. What else do we got? There's a few buttons on the top. I don't even know if I found all the buttons, honestly, to tell you the truth.
and it'll actually make additional sounds after you press a button, so it'll like sit there for a few seconds, and then it'll do that. But there's some buttons here on the top that you can press. And I think there's one in here. Oh, camera movement there. So I mean, that's pretty awesome as well. I don't even know, like there's got to be a ton more. I know I had to find all this stuff for myself, so I'm not even sure if I'm showing all of it, but the cannons in the front light up, and there's a little button underneath them to make them move, so that's pretty neat. And you get like all those crazy sound effects too that go along with it. I don't know if there's anything in the back here. Let me just check it out. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so there's a button right there for that. And I don't know if those make any noise, but like pretty neat for sure. And that's all I can really tell you about it because it's new to me. I'd never seen one before, so that's pretty awesome right there. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Alright, so for that whole thing right there, I paid $30. I thought it was a pretty good deal. It's $29.99 plus tax or whatever, but still pretty awesome deal right there. Really in love with it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually keep it down here though. I don't know if I have the room for this gigantic thing because it is huge. But super wicked nonetheless, and I'll get on to other things now. So as far as video game related things go, now here we go. First thing that I found, actually I didn't find it, my wife found it, and this was in a Talese, which is in Brampton. I've never actually been to that Talese. I can't remember if I have or not, but I don't think I have been to that Talese. So she went in there because she was at a different store in the same location. She popped in and she found a couple of games there. Something I probably wouldn't have picked up for myself, but she tried to get a hold of me and I wasn't available, so she just figured for the price, why not? And honestly, at the end of it, it's definitely worth it. Monetary wise, it's just I wasn't really looking for these for my collection. Although I may not have this Metal Gear game, I'm not sure of it, but it's a double pack, I guess you call it, of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and it also has Brother-in-Arms Road to Hill 30. So each one of those is, you know, basically like a $5 game, so that's pretty cool. She paid $4 for the whole thing, which is really nice. And I'll just open this up because I haven't even gotten inside this yet, so just open these up. So here's the Brother-in-Arms game, and looks pretty complete and awesome to me. Seems like it's in decent shape. The outside's in good shape. The disc, I think, needs to be cleaned up. It's not too bad. It's a little worn, but not a big deal. And you know, for a couple of bucks, that's not too bad. And then Metal Gear Solid 3, unfortunately, looks like it doesn't have a manual in it. That's unfortunate, but that's the way that it goes. And the disc on it, it's a little bit scratched up, but it's not horrible. So it's kind of a blind purchase. Didn't really know a whole lot about. Didn't really check the games out or anything like that because she just bought them right in the bag. So that's my first look at them. But still, nonetheless, kind of neat. Might be able to add those in the collection. I think I already have them though, but still, you know, nice gift, and I didn't have to pay anything for it, so that was kind of cool. The next thing here was something that I had been eyeing in stores, and I'd seen it a few times in different locations, like different Value Villages. I think it was Value Village mostly that I've seen this, and I wanted to get one for the future, but I didn't really want to pay like $7 or $8 for one. Finally, I found one at a Value Village that was cheaper than that, and for $5, I picked up this PlayStation Move kind of gun. So pretty cool. I don't actually have the Move stuff yet. I don't have like the little, I don't even know what they call it, the light orb or wand or whatever they call it that goes in here, or the little nunchucky type of action. I don't even know what they call those things because I'm not that knowledgeable about it. But when it comes to this here, I do want to get this because there are a number of light gun shooters and stuff like that I do want to play on the PS3. So this is pretty cool right here. Once I get everything else sort of hooked up and dialed in, that's going to be an awesome addition to the collection, and I already know where I'm going to hang it, so pretty happy with that. Pretty cool item for sure right there. Moving on, I walked into a Goodwill. It's the same day as I found that
that light gun thing there. I walked into the Goodwill and I found Final Fantasy VII for $2. I got this, so that's pretty sweet. Unfortunately, it has no manual, but the 2 discs are there, or sorry, the 3 discs rather are there. So that's really nice. I know the first disc is somewhat scratched up. It really isn't in great shape at all. Hopefully it plays. You can actually see it, which is odd because in the camera you usually can't see how bad the scratches are, so that's pretty scratched up. But the other 2 discs are absolutely perfect. They're mint. Basically it looks like the person never got around to getting very far into the game because they only played with disc 1. So that's pretty cool. It's missing its manual, but my Greatest Hits copy has a manual in it, and it seems to me that it doesn't say Greatest Hits anywhere on that manual, so it's probably the same manual that belongs in here. So I'll end up upgrading because mine's actually a Greatest Hits version. As long as that disc 1 works, I'm pretty good to go. Case is in decent shape. It's got a few small cracks in it, but I'll replace that out and make this look absolutely mint, and everything else in it looks pretty darn good. So really happy with that for $2 to pick that up. And then the next thing here I found today actually, and 2 controllers for a Sega Genesis. Just open this up here. It's $4 for the 2 of them, so basically like $2 each, which is really awesome. And this is a turbo, turbo pad or whatever, Type 1 6-button controller, and it seems like it's in pretty decent shape. It does say Sega on it, so it's like, the official branded one. Might be a little small for my liking, but we'll see about that. And then a complimentary one to go with it. They seem like they're in reasonable shape. I do have other ones like this, but they're not as in good shape. So this is really wicked. Happy to get that as well. And now the last items are the ones that I was talking about at the start. Things that I don't know if I should have bought them, but I'll get down to business on that right now. So the first thing that I picked up here was the Interactor, and I can't remember which YouTuber I was speaking to. I think it was like J-Rock, or maybe it was one of the guys from Game Hunters R Us. I can't remember. It could have been a lot of different people. I can't remember at the time who I was speaking to, but they pointed this out to me, and I said I would never have one of these in my collection because it's absolutely useless. And I think this thing pretty much is, from what I've heard about it. But this is a chest plate kind of thing. I think it goes on your back actually, and what it does is it basically knocks the snot out of you every time you get a sound effect from a game. So you plug it into your system and things like that, and it basically is supposed to mimic the sounds of it. So like if you're in a fighting game, you're supposed to feel the punches and stuff like that, but actually just if there's any noise at all, it damages you, kind of thing. So this one here was a little bit pricey. I got this for 20 bucks, so it's not too bad. I think I'll probably end up reselling this. You'll see why in a second, because today I walked into a Goodwill and I picked up another one, which is actually in better shape. The box is in better condition. It's not perfect, but it's definitely in better condition. Just need to like wipe it off a little bit, clean it up. But this one here, sorry, just try to open this up without damaging anything. Not that it should matter that much. There we go. The contents of this one are a little bit cleaner than the other one, but there you can sort of see it there. There's a chest plate, then this is like a battery pack kind of thing, but it's all in there, and someone obviously used this, but they didn't use it very much, and there's a good reason why. You can always find this nicely packed back into the box that it originally came in. This one here I only paid $8.08 for, so I thought that was, a good deal for this ridiculous item. One of the reasons why I got the original one, the first one that I got, was because I wanted to try it out on the Retron 5 and actually see if it worked. But the second one there I just picked up because it was such a cheap deal. Kind of interesting that I've never seen this item before, and then within the course of like 3 weeks kind of thing, I found, one at a show that I didn't bother jumping on, and then I found these two on separate days in thrift shops. So for 2 of them I paid $28, it seems like, so hopefully I can sell off one and recoup my $28 basically, and get to keep one for free, kind of thing. I'll get to test that out on the Retron 5, see how it goes when I do my review of that. That's going to be upcoming in the future, a long ways down the road. I'm trying to figure out if I can get a game capture device to work with the Retron 5. I was just I was almost about to get an Elgato game capture for it, and then I was reading very recently on a forum post or something on Facebook, I can't remember exactly where, but someone said they were having a hard time getting the Retron 5 to work with the Elgato game capture, so I'm not totally sold on that idea yet. So I'm gonna have to figure out something to do about that. So that's everything though. I don't think I have anything else here to show you that I picked up this week. Kind of slim as far as the game stuff went. A lot of peripherals, and this Star Wars item here is really awesome. But yeah, like I said before, yeah, that wasn't right. So not a whole lot of games this week, but a lot of different peripherals like the gun piece and the controllers, which are really great because the ones I had for these controllers are kind of beat up. You know, the interactors, the two of them. Can't believe I found two of them though. It's kind of interesting. And then and also like the cool Star Wars item that I got here. So that's everything though I got to show you this time around. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do feel free to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and I'll see you all later.